Hi and welcome back to my channel for the second time today. I still feel bad that you didn't get a video on Friday, so you get two videos today. You still get your Wednesday video, but you get an extra video, which was the last video. And if you want to see how I did my Toy Story themed makeup, hit up the last video and you'll see how. Buzz is joining us for today's video because the new movie's coming out this month and Buzz is the best, okay? And I will not allow you to tell me otherwise. Alright, he doesn't have to be your favourite, but he's my favourite. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get into this video together and see if these people are assholes. I picked some juicy sounding stories today, so I'm hoping that at least some of you are assholes. And I'm now realizing I don't have my glasses on. I didn't need my glasses for the last one, but I need them now, so I'll be back in a second once I've cleaned them and put them on my face. Much better. I can see better now. I was wondering why you guys were a little bit fuzzy and why the writing was not readable. Okay, so this one's a little bit of a short one, but the first one is: am I the asshole for taping up a passive-aggressive note in the bathroom without permission? Work bathroom, home bathroom, there's already passive-aggressive notes up in my bathroom at home. For reasons you will never know. Anyway, let's find out if you are an asshole or if it was entirely valid. So, I work in a smaller office of 25 people and we have 2 shared bathroom spaces for either side of the office. In the last few months, the female bathrooms have been hit by the bathroom bandit, who has disgustingly, but somewhat impressively, left feces in the toilet, on the toilet, around the toilet, within the stall. The impressive part is that on the occasion, these instances leave feces on top of the toilet tanks. Like, alright. Not full on pile of poo, but some sort of splash zone that is disgusting on to even imagine. Since these instances have popped up a few times a month, the females in the office have determined who the culprit is and brought it to HR and management. Unfortunately, due to the nature of the concern, HR hasn't really been able to curb the behaviour with this person. HR is in another building, so they need to rely on the information from management to have any kind of discussion or acknowledgement of these instances. Management went so far as to put cleaning supplies in every single stall to make any instances less obvious or embarrassing for this person. After a few emails sent out for reminders of office courtesy, it seems the bandit was done, but alas, as time has gone on, they are back at it again. Today we're treated with a bowl full of feces and dirty water, and surprisingly no toilet paper, just sitting in the bowl. I am so tired of having shitty jump scares, pun fully intended, anytime I need to use a bathroom myself or worry that the toilets are unsanitary to use. Today I drafted up a note and put it on the back of the stall doors because it seems the HR discussion has gone out the window. The note asks for a quick scan of the bathroom after use to ensure that there are no spills, feces or splashes to be cleaned up. It also states that the restrooms have been left in unsanitary conditions for some time and it is unacceptable. Lastly, the note asks for the restroom to be left in condition any users would expect to find it. I kind of hate being passive aggressive, but I'm not sure how else to go about this if HR themselves are having a hard time getting this to stop. Not even sure what kind of advice there could be to change this. I'm an asshole for leaving a passive aggressive note to keep the shared bathroom sanitary for everyone. No, absolutely not. I genuinely thought you were going to be an asshole, but you have a genuine, valid, like, so they know it's them because of the not going to call you out, but we're going to email everyone and leave cleaning products because they stopped. They knew it was them. To then wait out a little bit and start again. That means they're doing it on purpose, which is the thought of someone purposefully having a shit to begin with and leaving it there and not flushing, but also not wiping because there's no toilet paper in the bowl with it. I do not want to see the skid mark underwear, that's for sure, because but then the fact that there's no physical way just by going to the toilet it will splash all over where it splashes, because your butt's on the toilet seat, so it can't exactly splash up everywhere. It means they're touching their own shit and rubbing it everywhere. God, the weather's going dress. Sorry, I got distracted by how heavy the rain has just become. That so they're touching their own. That makes me think they're not washing their hands either. Oh dear God. I'm sorry, but if that was me in that office, and the management and HR didn't say, motherfucker ain't not gonna be any passive aggressive. No, I'm walking up to that motherfucker and I'm saying something. You know who it is? I'd give my manager a heads up. I'm like, it's not working. It's continuing. I'm going to say something. I would say it. You've been warned. Do not fire me because I'm doing the job you should be doing yourself because you're too afraid to go speak to it. Anyway, let's see what the comments say. You're past passive aggressive. Be aggressive with your note, not the asshole. I wouldn't even bother with a note. I'd be saying it to their face. But yes, we're done passive aggressive. The passive aggressive was the leaving cleaning products and sending out an email. That was a passive aggressive. We're now on to if you don't act like a goddamn adult. That is childlike behavior. Behave like an adult. I don't know what the ages are of the people in the office, but it's an office, meaning they could be ranging from 20 to whatever their retirement age is, meaning grown-ass adults. And you're doing this on purpose. Tango the motherfuckers. Right. Story number 2. I'm an asshole for saying, at least I shower before I put makeup on, about a gay classmate. This one sounds juicy. And, I'm part of the LGBTQ plus community, so I'm on the gay guy's side to begin with, but I mean, if you're not showering, let's find out. Let's just find out. Okay. So, I, 18 female, have a classmate, Colin, 18 male, who transferred to our school last year. He's gay and doesn't exactly hide it. We got along fine at first, and I even helped him settle in because I was involved in student council. The issue is that over time I started disliking him, but not because he's gay. Thank God for that, because it kind of sounded like it was at the beginning. The problem is his hygiene. He rarely seems to shower, his hair is constantly greasy, his teeth have heavy build-up, he smiles so strongly that you can notice it from several feet away. He also tends to be socially unaware and inserts himself into conversations without realizing people aren't welcoming of him, which doesn't help. The smell is the main reason I can't stand being around him. One of my close friends, Helen, 17 female, is religious, and we've had plenty of debates about LGBT topics before. She's not the hateful type, but she stands by the idea of, I don't care what they choose, I just don't want to see it, which is understandable. This is what I say to people, is if you don't want to see it, just don't look at it. Simple. A few weeks ago, some of our friends were making fun of Colin, making fun of how Colin was wearing makeup. It was quite bad and noticeable. Yellow foundation, blush, blindness, horrible fake freckles. Basically every makeup mistake you can make, he had made. Maybe he's new to doing makeup, given the fact that he is a guy. It's not traditionally, I know, like, way back when men used to powder up their faces, but it's not a thing men do now. So maybe he just needs tips, tricks from women. Maybe this is new to him, so maybe don't jump to it's really bad already. Okay, let's continue. I said, at least I shower before I put makeup on, and nothing more. In the past, I used to be really vocal about gay rights, but now I know it won't change anyone's minds around me, so I don't get into debates every time someone says something nasty. However, I still stand by my beliefs that everyone deserves to love themselves and whoever they want, no matter who they are. You're trying to cover up that you're being an asshole. You're trying to... that may be your beliefs, but in this post, it sounds like you're trying to backtrack and make yourself look like a good person, and I'm not standing for it. So Helen immediately got angry and accused me of being a hypocrite and a homophobe. Her argument was that I claimed to support LGBT rights, LGBTQ plus rights, but constantly complained about Colin. I told her the same thing I've been saying for months. I don't care that he's gay. If he was straight and smelled and acted the same way, I'd feel exactly the same. My comments were about hygiene and how annoying he is, and not sexuality. I will be honest, I used to have fun. I used to make fun of him too, but never about his sexuality. I would make remarks about his smell, his bad fashion choice, etc. Now it's not even about his makeup. Now it's about his fashion. What's your real feelings about him? Because now you're just adding on and also trying to backtrack at the same time. Okay. I was never mean or rude directly to him. I treated him nicely while mostly trying to avoid him. Slagging off behind his back is worse than slagging him off to his face. Because he thinks you like him as a friend, but in reality, behind his back, you're being a bitch. So, just say it to his face. Take it from someone who got slagged off by people I thought liked me behind my back all the time. I'd rather you just say it to my face. He never did anything to me, and I can't be an asshole just because I don't like him. Him being gay never bothered me, just the rest. Every sentence is, I don't care that he's gay, but I just want to smack you so fucking hard. I'm well aware that not everyone likes me. I believe that I have the right not to like someone as well, which is true, but still. Helen insists that because Colin is gay, making comments like that about him is homophobic. Kind of is. Whether I meant it that way or not, I'd also like to add that she doesn't say anything about our friends who make even worse comments that are actually homophobic, because you're her friend. You're her friend and you advocate for gay people. She expects better of you. That's why she's specifically saying it to you. Anyway, am I the asshole? Was my comment actually homophobic, or was it just a rude comment? See, I would have heard you out fully, properly, without judgment, but you kept going, oh, I totally support gay rights, and it's not because he's gay, the whole way through. Trying to justify your behaviour. Trying to, instead of just being like, I said this to him, well, I didn't say this to him, but I said this about him behind his back. Am I the asshole for slagging off a guy behind his back? Say it to his face. Just say it to his face. I'm pretty sure, even though it's going to upset him, he would rather you say it to his face so that he knows the person that he thought was his friend doesn't actually like him. You don't like being an asshole to someone. That's you. But take it from someone who's constantly being bullied throughout their life for one thing or another, and by people she thought was her friends. I would rather have them said it to my face than behind my back and me find out later. If that was Helen, I would go straight to him and just say, she's pretending to be a friend. These guys are pretending to be nice to you, and they're all being homophobic behind your back. Because, yes, you didn't directly say anything about his sexuality, but part of his sexuality is putting makeup on, and you bullied it. You're still bullying him, regardless of whether it was about the fact that he was gay, because that didn't actually need to come into the story. Would have been obvious the second you said that he wore makeup, but the fact that you brought it into the conversation makes me think otherwise of what you're saying. Because all you had to say was, what's the title again? All you had to say was, am I the asshole for saying, at least I shower before I put makeup on, about my classmate? Didn't have to say he was gay. Because once we got into the story, all you had to say was, Colin, male, okay, he's gay, cool. We've got that. We'll pick that up. And then all you had to say was, explain that the first bit that he's just moved here, you got to know him, he's nice, but you don't like him because he smells, and you made a comment about it with some friends behind your back. Are you the asshole for doing that? Yes, you are. You're even more of an asshole for trying to cover yourself up with, I don't care that he's gay. I totally advocate for those people. Honey, this was posted 45 minutes ago. If you're an advocate for these people, why are you only putting LGBT? It's LGBTQIA+. Have we added any more letters since like 5 seconds ago? Probably not. You didn't even put the plus. Which is why I know you don't advocate. You just trying to make yourself look better. I'm gonna read the comments. Because I wanna... If there is comments, this was less than an hour ago, so maybe there might not be comments, but I wanna I want to slap you really hard. Oh, they're all saying you're the asshole. Okay, let's read the top one. It's a decent sized comment, so let's get into it. You are the asshole. Making fun of someone behind their back for any reason makes you an asshole. You say the smell is the main issue, but have you ever tried to be a friend to Colin and tell him privately about his hygiene issues? No, because you're just as bad as your homophobic friends. You want to belittle and make fun of him too because you're mean just like they are. Also, your friend is right that you're a hypocrite. Not because of the comments about showering, but because you claim to support the gay community while staying close to friends with homophobic asshats. You all suck. Hopefully you grow up and grow out of it. You probably won't grow up and grow out of it. Once you're that way, you're that way. But yes, that comment, regardless of the homophobicness, you are nice to his face, but are shitty about him behind his back. So yeah, you're the asshole. They're all like really long comments, because this one's slightly shorter. You're the asshole. Drop the mean girl shit. You're an adult now. It doesn't matter if his hygiene sucks. You making fun of him won't fix that. You have no idea what might be the root of his problems with hygiene. Yeah, it could also be a medical condition. People have medical conditions that make them smelly, and they don't know it. They don't know it. He might shower every single day, but still be greasy and smell, and he doesn't know it because of medical conditions. You don't know that, do you? Yet you're slagging him off behind his back. You are one of the biggest assholes I have seen on Reddit so far of me starting these videos. In fact, I've watched a lot of asshole videos online or on YouTube. I watch Chris's all the time. And I think this is probably one of the biggest assholes from like your generation that I've seen so far. And I don't like you. I had a big smile on my face, but that's because I'm trying to hide the rage of wanting to punch a child. Well, you're not a child, you're 18. Makes you an adult. America or the UK, you're an adult. Come outside. I want a word with you. Actually, I would have a word with you, and then if you still behave this way, then it might be up round the back of the head to teach you a fucking lesson. And then I would take you to Colin to apologize. Well, first of all, tell him what you said and apologize. You don't treat people like this. You are the asshole. You surround yourself with homophobic people, but say that you're an ally. You're not an ally. Because you'd rather hang around with the homophobic people and make fun of a gay kid. I'm on Helen's side, by the way. Me and Helen are going to be good friends. Okay, we've got one more, because this one is short, and hopefully this one is just as juicy, and maybe it'll piss me off, maybe it won't. Okay, so, am I the asshole for refusing to meet my father's new baby? Okay. I, 22 male, haven't spoken to my father in years. My parents split up when I was young, and after that, he was mostly absent from my life and my siblings' life. He would promise to visit and then cancel, forget birthdays, and rarely contribute financially. We grew up in Europe with our mother while he gradually became less involved. Eventually, I stopped reaching out, and so did he. Recently, I found out he has built a new life in South Africa. He remarried about a year ago to a woman who lives there, and they recently had a baby together. My father still lives in Europe, but visits South Africa about twice a year. He has no plans to bring his wife and child here, and instead plans to move there when he retires. a few weeks after the baby was born, he contacted me and invited me to meet the new half-sibling. He said life is short, the baby deserves to know their family, and that this could be a fresh start. I told him I wasn't interested. He said I was punishing an innocent child for my issues with him. The way I see it is he's asking me to act like family now that he has started a new family. After barely acting like a father to me. He has never really acknowledged the emotional and financial impact his absence has had on me and my siblings, nor has he apologized for it. I don't blame the baby. I don't hate them. I just don't feel obligated to build a relationship with a child I've never met simply because we share DNA. I'm an asshole for refusing. No, not really. No, it's your choice. You don't. First of all, you've not spoken to your dad in years. You and your dad aren't even basically the same people as you were when you last saw each other. Second of all, you don't know the woman. You don't know his new wife. So no. Third of all, just because you're related through your dad doesn't mean you have to know who they are. He went away, he started a new life, forgot about you. To be honest, he's probably going to do this to the new child, so... given the fact that instead of moving there immediately, he's married to her, he didn't move there with her. He'd wait until he's retired, doesn't love that woman enough, does he? Oh, I'm stretching my leg. So... just means he's gonna do it again to her and he's gonna flake on her. So, but you don't have to do something you don't want to do, especially for a man who up and left and forgot you existed. He's probably going to use you as a babysitter. If you start opening the ability to go visit and you start visiting, he's gonna expect it and expect you to be the babysitter while you're there so he can up and do whatever the fuck he wants to do. He don't care about you, otherwise he wouldn't have up and abandoned you in the first place. And he wouldn't have started a new family in the first place. I mean, regardless of what happened with your parents, he would not... if he loved you, he wouldn't have basically forgot you existed. He would have stuck around, and he hasn't. So, you don't have to do jack shit for that man. If you don't want to go, if you don't want to meet a child, you are 22 years old. You are a grown-ass adult, and you can make your own grown-ass adult opinions, options, decisions, whatever the fuck you want to do with your life. Go do that. If you say no, it fucking means no. Okay. Top comment, you're not the asshole. My father still lives in Europe but visits South Africa twice a year. He has no plans to bring this wife or child here. He said life's too short, the baby deserves to know their family, but that this could be a fresh start. Pretty rich coming from the asshole who ditched his older children and plans to only see his new child twice a year till he retires. Exactly. He ditched you to see another child twice a year. Yeah. Alright. Now that some people have boiled my blood. Just a smidge. I think we're gonna leave this one here. Let me know in the comments if you think these people are assholes and why you think they're assholes or why you think they're not assholes. And thank you for tuning into this video. You're welcome for 2 videos today. This won't be a regular. I just felt very inspired and creative today. So you've got 2 videos. But if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you know when I next upload. And I will see you all in the next one. Don't be assholes.